Welcome to Miracle Moment. This is the new mommy season that will absolutely rock your world, up-level your mama game, and skyrocket your business. I'm your host, Ray Irelan, and brand new mama. Like every new mama out there, I enjoyed those quiet, precious moments of those first few months. But after that, there was this stirring in my heart to lean back into business and activate my entrepreneurial brain. I went into a business partnership with a financially failing podcast production company and turned it into a multi-six-figure production house with over 65 million downloads in just a few months. It's been a roller coaster, and I've learned some unforgettable lessons. As a mamapreneur, I know how challenging it can be to balance work, family, and self-care and still see the everyday miracles. So each week, I'll share stories of women who have defied the odds to pursue their dreams of motherhood while also building successful businesses. This show will open your eyes so you can see the miracles around you. With more awareness, more miracles will show up. Light a fire in your soul, mamas. You deserve it. I wanted to leave. I wanted out. I didn't want anything to do with it. Just escape. That's what I wanted. And in that time, through that experience, I found the most impactful tool that totally saved Sammy and I's relationship and really solidified our family unit. That's the tool that I'm going to share with you today. It is called the Foxhole. I did not actually know what the Foxhole was or what a foxhole is until this conversation with our therapist. And we had just gone into such an intense week. I think we were about 2 or 3 months in. Rafa was 2 or 3 months old, and we were tired. I was feeling a bit of postpartum depression. I was just feeling funky. My body didn't feel like mine anymore. Rafa was going through the first experience of teething, and everything just felt miserable. It felt like business was tough. Like we were just in a challenging spot. Things weren't working. We were losing clients. Gigs were falling through. I just was so upset. I felt disconnected from Sammy, from myself, and from God. And I remember I just had to break down one day. I went into the other room. I went into my closet and just screamed and cried. And Sammy was holding the baby downstairs. And I remember just feeling like, I feel like a total failure right now. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. I'm going to like scar everyone. This is crazy. I'm crazy. I'm losing it. And I just hid in my closet. And it was like a wave that passed through me. And waves had happened before, but not like this. I was completely shaking and I just was like trembling from anger and frustration and sadness and disconnection. And I stepped out of my closet and I was like, wow, I feel actually complete. That felt really good. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like I know all the tools to do. And all of a sudden, Rafa started crying again. And I went back into that mode. It was like, oh my gosh, no, like something else is taking me over. I'm just so angry. My entire body was lit up in flames. I could feel rashes on my hands because of the stress and anxiety. And I was just completely overwhelmed. I was breaking. I was in my breaking point. And I remember looking at Sammy and I said, I have to go. And so I don't even quite remember our conversation. That's how out of it I was, but I got into my car and I just drove away. And I wanted to drive as far as I could. I was angry at Sammy for something that I literally don't even remember now. I was angry at Rafa. I was angry at all these people and myself. And I just wanted to drive and drive and drive. Well, the funny part is I got in my car and I pretty much could only get 15 minutes away. After that, I felt like I was too far from my baby. I hadn't gone that far by myself since he had been born. And I remember just pulling off the freeway and I just found this like back road and I just parked my car and I just cried. And then I fell asleep for a moment. Go figure, new mom mode. And I fell asleep. I left, I think, for about 2 or 3 hours. I turned my phone off and I got finally in my body enough to say, okay, I can go home. And I turned my phone on and there were messages and calls from Sammy. And I just remember driving back thinking, I feel so out of it. I feel so terrible. I don't want to be here. I don't want to go home, but I don't know where else to go. I don't want to see Sammy's face. I don't want to see Rafa's face. And I feel so bad about this. I feel so bad that I feel bad. Just this total deep, dark spiral. And I got home and Sammy just gave me a hug and we looked at each other and we said, all right, we need to call our therapist. Hey there, fabulous mamapreneurs. I've got something super special for you. Introducing Giggles and Growth, hilarious reflection prompts for the mamapreneur. So just picture this. You're journaling your way through prompts that have you giggling and reflecting like never before. Ever wondered what your business would say if it could talk? Or how about sharing the funniest thing your kids have ever said about your work? But here's the best part. These prompts aren't just about having a good laugh. They're an incredible investment in yourself and your journey as a mompreneur. Taking time for giggles and growth means giving yourself the gift of self-discovery, clarity, and personal growth. As you reflect on these entertaining prompts, you'll gain valuable insights into your business, your role as a mom and as an entrepreneur, and even find hidden gems of wisdom. And the cherry on top? It's absolutely free. No cost, no catch, just a joy-filled opportunity to embrace laughter while empowering yourself. So what are you waiting for? Unleash your laughter and embrace the growth with Giggles and Growth. Click the link in the show notes or visit www.rayirelan.com/giggles-and-growth to grab your copy now. Let's make your entrepreneurial journey even more fabulous. Get your Giggles and Growth freebie today, mamas. You deserve it. So in the session that followed that experience was where our therapist shared with us the Foxhole. Because from that point, I had been so committed to Sammy and so committed to our family. But there was just this experience where I was like, I want out. I went out. I went out. I went out. And she broke it down for us. She's like, no, you can't get out because if you get out, they die and you die. And if he gets out, you die and he dies. It is, and if you can look at it in this way where it's almost life or death, you can create a new type of security and connection within the relationship. And I remember thinking like, that sucks. That feels so trapping. Like I am a woman of freedom. Like I do not want this. But as we went deeper and deeper into the truth and discovery and the beautiful connection that can be happened, the trust that can be formed through the Foxhole, through truly having each other's back, the strength that can be built, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is starting to sound a little bit better, a little bit better. Oh, I'm actually really liking this. Oh, for a family, yeah, to feel like Rafa has that type of security. Wow, this is actually feeling really good. So it was definitely a new level of maturity that got to arise within me. But what I wanted to share with you in this podcast episode isn't the point of saying get in the foxhole, you're in a foxhole with your partner and your family. None of that. It's actually, I want you to just explore the concept of the foxhole, look it up, talk about it, and see where you and your partner are at. I think creating some sort of dialogue around the foxhole will really help eliminate some of the other plan Bs or backdoor escape routes that you can have as a new parent. And it's so easy. And I know I've heard this from other moms and dads. Divorce rate is so high. So how can we create these safe environments for our kiddos and our babies to know that we are in this together? And of course, when I discovered the foxhole and once I really started leaning into it, I was like, Oh, yeah, duh. I'm in the foxhole with my business, with my creativity. And that has actually been the only way that I've succeeded is because I've been in the foxhole with myself and my companies. And that's what it takes to grow something amazing. That's what it takes to be successful. So if you can truly be in the foxhole in all areas of life, that's where the magic happens. And that's what I want to invite you into is the dialogue, the conversations. What is the foxhole for you? Who are you in the foxhole with? And just enjoy the unraveling of what that type of commitment can create. Hey, mamas. That's a wrap for another epic episode on Miracle Moment, the new mommy season. Catch me on the internet at Ray Irelan, sharing this wild mamapreneur life. And don't forget to check out www.rayireland.com/freebies for all the resources and support while building your soul-aligned business. Are you feeling the miracles coming your way? Stay blessed, ride this miracle vibe all day long, and remember, it's all about the journey. Catch you on the next episode.